Base resonator here with an owl project. Yes, I used to have 3 sizes of owls. A little one, and this one, and these two look like their brother and baby brother and bigger brother. And then I had another one right here. But I've come across some more molds that have different species of owls. So I have a big one here, which looks to me like a snowy owl. Not just because he's white, and he's inside out right now. Right there. It looks like a snowy owl to me. But this part down here I'm going to make brown because it's wood. So I've got him inside out so that I can color him. I'm going to color the eyes. Now the reason I'm not using cabochons of eyes like I do with my fish and turtles is because these aren't round. And if I put a round cabochon on there, it's going to look really kind of strange. So I'm going to color the eyes yellow, and it was really cool. I got this big old box from Resiners today, and it was because I had entered some contest, and apparently I was one of the ones selected as a winner, and they sent me a whole bunch of micas. They're not very much in each one, but hey, who cares, you know? This is really cool. So we're going to use the yellow and the luster black for the beak and the claws, which are right here. And I'm going to use Pro-Marine White Pearl for the body. And I need to go find a brown. Just a second. Okay, I found my brown. Eye Candy Yukon Brown. I used this the other day in another project, so I will get it out so that I can get after it with my paintbrush. And my hands are going to be covered with mica when I'm done. And then I have a whole bunch of spheres that are rejects. I had sphere molds sitting around my desk or my work area, and if I had leftover resin, I just pour it in there. So these have 2 or 3 different colors in them. But they're kind of cool if you don't mind. Anyway, I'm gonna be putting them inside of this mold so I don't have to use as much resin. Because I am decorating, or I'm dusting the whole mold with mica powder, I'm not going to have to worry about these being seen. These will be hidden by the mica. And the new resin that I put in will just grab a hold of that and just make it part of one. So I'm saving, which is always a good thing in my book. So I'm going to start with the yellow. Yeah, they make these so that it's almost impossible. And then you pop it open and then pile of. And during shipping it moves around. Okay, so I got it down in there. Get out my little paintbrush. And these are the eyes, and then once I unmold this, I will be able to draw in the pupil with the black paint marker or a Sharpie, one or the other. That's a pretty yellow. Now, because I'm putting this down first, if I if I dust over it with white later on, this will be the one that is seen first, so it will be totally fine. This eye looks bigger than the other one. I guess not. Looks like I went down here a little bit. and I didn't need to. And that means get out the baby wipe. Women use well, I don't know if they use baby wipes, but I know they use some type of wipe to clean up their mascara. So get that taken off. This mold is super flexible. I think it's made for candles or wax, so that you can get it out of there easier. Okay, now we're going to the black. And I say this, and man, seems like I would keep some fingernails handy. Keep fingernails handy? No. Okay. Black. Problem with black micas is they never really seem to be black unless you're mixing them into the resin itself. Had a dog hair right there. Now the snowy owl has a black beak, black claws, and I know this because over on my computer behind me, it's what it shows. I wish this were more black. If it's not black enough for me, I guess I can go over it with a paint marker. And it looks like there's a little bit of static in here. It looks almost silver. Got another big storm supposed to be coming in tonight, which in one way I'm very grateful, because we have been in drought conditions here. I'm going to try and get now when I put it back it's stretched out kind of weird, like, because I got it inside out. These dog hairs. This mold is attracting dog hair. So if I may have some on my shirt, that mold is going, come here, I want to get on your... There's another claw right there, but I ran out of mica. I think I'm going to have to clean the top of that. Okay, where are the other claws? They're stretched way out over here. One looks like deformed toenail. Yeah, you see that? This mold is staticky. It sucked that mica right off my brush and right down onto that spot. Okay, one little bit more with black. At least I'll see where it is, but I'm almost guaranteed having to do a redo with an acrylic marker, paint marker, once it's all said and done, because that black just isn't black enough. Okay, now over here, oh, I hear the thunder again, but it's a little bit further away than last night. Last night it sounded like the angels were standing outside blowing their trumpets and stuff. This is not wanting to come off, you know. That means we go to the old standby of the little brush. Put a little bit of alcohol, and there's a dog hair on it. A little bit of alcohol on it. Another dog hair up there. Man, Titan, stop sharing. He's not even in this room. Yeah, that cleaned that up a lot better. Another dog hair over there. Goodness. If you know nothing about corgis, they love to share their corgi fuzz. That's what corgi owners call it. And it becomes almost a thing of pride. I'm wearing my corgi fuzz today. Did I go down? Yes, I did go down in his eye. Okay, that means a little bit more yellow. There's a type of snake. This is about they don't like coming in this area because it's just too hot and there's not enough places for them to hide, but you'll find them every once in a while. They're called coral snakes. And then we have another type of snake, a type of king snake. There's different varieties of king snakes. The coral snake is very poisonous. King snake is not. But the cool thing is that king snakes will eat coral snakes. And the way you tell the difference is red and yellow kill a fellow. That means it's poisonous, because they have red stripes, black stripes, and yellow stripes. So if a red and yellow stripe are together, it'll kill you, or it can kill you. Red and black, just step back. So it just means it's going to scare you. But so there's most people see snake and they run away, so not checking out what colors it is. The cool thing about coral snakes is they tend to be small, and they can't open their mouth very wide, so it takes them a while to be able to get in to chew on you to poison you. Okay, now we're coming in with white, and we're just going to go liberally, which is really funny because it's really hard to see white on white here. This could be a barn owl, but since I'm going all white, it's a snowy owl, because the barn owls also have some of this design around the eyes. Not all owls are that way. So I don't mind going over the yellow with the white. I also have a big lion head mold that's made out of this material. and they're very detailed. I don't know if you can tell. The feathers, oh man, when this baby comes out, you're going to be impressed. I hope you are. Okay, I'm just getting, and I'm spilling mica. I'll be able to clean that up in just a bit. I'm getting the head area. It is a little bit different color white. Okay, this looks really funny going that fast. As you keep watching, I am going to be making a huge mess. It cleans up easily enough, but I wanted to make sure I had ample mica powder in place so that all of those spheres that I'm going to be putting in will be covered up. Eventually, at the end, when you see the unmolding, you'll see that, well, you might see, I did miss a couple spots, but I'm able to touch those up with a little bit of UV resin and some of that white mica. Yeah, this mold is exceedingly detailed, and those feathers really come out looking awesome, but I got to make sure I get into all of those little nooks and cavities to make sure that it's got color on it when I unmold. So yeah, this is this mold really takes the mica powder very well. It sticks on there really nicely. When I turn it back inside out, I do dust the inside again a little bit where my fingers touched, but it was really unnecessary. I'm trying to clean up a little bit of that wood where some of the white got down there on that. So now I'm going to turn to brown. What's brown done for you? That's an old commercial from UPS. And again, I'm just putting on a whole bunch. I want to make sure I got full coverage on there. I don't want to leave any stone unturned, any piece of bark unpainted or undusted. So yeah, this is a cool mold, and when I do unmold it, you're going to be happy. Here's where I go back in and dust a little bit more, but it's really unnecessary. Okay, now I will clean that up after a bit. Let me just get the loose stuff off. Now, whoosh, that was good. Just smack it. Bam, goes down in there. Goes down in. It's just that much less resin to have to go in there. Okay, well, I can't find any more of that size, so that'll be good. I will now mix up some resin and put it in there. Actually, I'm going to go away, turn the camera off, go away, clean up this mess, and then mix up some resin and then come back. I am back. I mixed up a thin resin. It's the Pro what is that? iCrystal 5. What is the name of the brand? Resin Pro. That's what it is. I knew there was a Pro there. And I didn't want just straight white because I wanted that black on the beak and the black on the toes and the browns that come out. So I mixed 1 scoop of copper, this Pro Marine, and 2 scoops of white. So we come out with, I don't know, coffee and milk mix. So here we go. It's very thin resin, so it should be able to go around all of those spheres and everything that I poured in there or put in there early. I'm going to give it a shake in just a little bit. And I don't know how much this mold is going to hold, because I did put quite a few spheres and stuff in there. Okay, let me see where I am. And these, you better have it where you're not going to be bumping the table, because they are wobbly, because that silicone is super flexible, which is nice for certain things, but for sturdy, like on the edge of a table where you're going to bump it or something, looks like I may need to stir up just a bit more. Oh. Now I don't mind, this is a deep pour resin anyway, but I don't mind putting in, because this is like a 6.5 inch tall, 6.5 inch tall mold, but it's so full of that other, the spheres and stuff, I don't have a problem. I don't think it's gonna overheat or anything. Okay, well, I've got to mix a little bit more, and then, you know what, I'll just go ahead and mix a little bit more. You don't need to see that. I'm just going to top it off. We'll come back to you tomorrow. It's evening now, or actually it's very late, and I will unmold it for you tomorrow. Okay, here we go. I thought I had pushed record, and apparently I did not, but I was able to pull it out of this mold very easily. He came out a little silvery rather than just pretty white, but I guarantee you that is a pretty color. And the brown is here, the toenails are black, his beak is black. I may touch that up with a little bit more black. I need to put his irises on there. See what I mean by detailed mold? Goodness. A little bit of a shadow. Let me turn this. But you don't see any of the spheres since I dusted that. If I would have used any darker resin, that white would have gotten even darker. But going with that creamy color, the solid pearl white came out a little silvery, which is totally fine. This is very pretty. Now I will tell you, the resin, as it cured, it shrunk up a little bit and exposed one sphere on the bottom. I can either sand that down or put a little bit more some UV resin with a, I could do a black on the bottom, but this is what you need to see. Let me go get the marker and I will come right back. Okay, it's Let's Resin acrylic paint. This is the black one. Let me touch up a little bit on his beak. I found that on these markers you better shake them up good, otherwise it's like watery, very non-colored comes out, and not good. But when you do shake them up well, oh man, they look really nice. I went over his beak a little bit, and I'm putting the pupils in, making sure they're lined up, making sure that the eyes are looking the right way. Looks like he's looking a little bit sideways. Looks pretty good there. When the sun comes up later, I'll get there. Yes. The toenails are fine. I don't think, well, this one I need to. If I would have gone with just a white resin, this brown tree would not have been very brown. It would have come out a very pale tan, and the black areas right here would have come out a very pale gray. I like the color of this bird. Oh man. Cool. Okay. I have a lot more owls to do, but this is day one. Thank you, thank you, thank you to my supporters, subscribers. We'll come back at you tomorrow with another owl.